What's up? It's extremely windy, so sorry about that. If it rains, genuinely for dedication, I'm just gonna fucking set up an umbrella and keep recording. I think it might rain. That'll make for an interesting video. Anyway, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing alright. It's my first day back at work this week. Not feeling too ready for it. I'm on my break currently, as you can tell. But hey ho. I'm here to talk to you about ego. Because your ego will stop you from getting successful. It will get in your way, it will pull you down. And this is coming from someone who has had a big ego in the past. I was never really in secondary school. I never really felt like I fit in. All the groups I kind of hovered around, but I don't know, I guess even at one point you could even call me an outcast. So what kind of happened is, during college time, when I sort of found kind of my people, I didn't really find anyone that I thought matched my description of my people, and I ended up creating this ego for myself. I guess as a type of cope, which on the outside seemed like an intense confidence, but really was just a story I told myself, because I've said it on this channel before that confidence is knowing you can do something. Ego is a story you tell yourself. And the thing about ego is it's very dangerous. Because it wants to protect itself at all costs. And to do that, it will use emotions to stop you from taking challenges, taking advice, going out of your comfort zone. I've sat on this bike before, and I've, as I said bike, someone just went across on the bike. We're in the Matrix. I've sat on this bike before and I've talked about how comfort can kill you as well. That is a video called You're Getting Too Comfortable. Watch that, it's very good. On a similar note, ego can use similar tactics to do that as well. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example. Today, I'm starting to find my feet on a job, but I made some silly mistakes today and my manager had a word with me. The amount of times I've said my manager had a word with me, it makes it sound like I'm terrible at my job. He just does that a lot. And as he was saying stuff about what he's observed, I wanted to defend myself or say, oh, I didn't realise I was coming across that way, or even little things like that. But in my head I just realised saying that's just going to waste time. Even if I accept what he's saying, but try and make it seem like I wasn't aware that I was coming across as low or whatever it was. That is just wasting time. So what I did is I just swallowed my pride and just listened. That sounds so simple, but a lot of the time, if you have a big ego or you have a defense mechanism, you want to constantly defend yourself, or even worse, challenge what you're being told that is usually true. Maybe blame other people. But if you let your ego stop you from growing, stop taking advice, maybe you'll keep this facade going, but you'll know on the inside you are nothing, and you will grow so much slower. You need to take advice. You need to take criticism. You need to take sometimes a fucking bollocking. You need to be willing to take that, to taste defeat and get back and keep coming. Keep showing up. Keep putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Linking to the other video about getting too comfortable, ego will want to keep you in your comfort zone because it will tell you that it's risky to do things you don't know. It's risky to do that thing that you're not so good at because you might look stupid and you might look inexperienced, and you will look inexperienced. You have to understand that you have to look like a bit of an idiot and a baby sometimes before you can look like a fucking god. You can't just walk in, act like you know everything. Because that'll make it even more embarrassing when you fucking fail eventually. People aren't expecting you to be great off the bat. And let me tell you, bloody wind. And let me tell you, the confidence you have when you know you can do something versus telling yourself you can do something, that far exceeds ego. Because sometimes that can translate into silent confidence. Ego is usually words, we tell ourselves stories, but confidence can be silent. Silent confidence is the best kind of confidence. It's when you walk in a room and everyone instantly, subconsciously respects you or has an opinion about you. if you walk in a room and you start chatting about yourself, or you give off the fact that you're egotistical, not silent confidence. Those are two very different energies. People will either believe it and be disappointed when they realise it's a fallacy, or they'll see it. Some people can see it, and they'll think you're weaker for it. Yes, when you're new to things, people might see you as a baby, people might see you as more unattractive because you can't do all these things, but that's what makes the attraction so important. When you get older, when you have more skills to your back, then you will have earned the attraction. Trying to make it up, being narcissistic and egotistical, is not. Even if it works, it's going to end up fucking you over. Young people, especially young women, are apparent. I was watching something about this, is that a lot of the times there's the stereotype that young women end up getting with narcissists who fuck them over, and then they learn, right? And the reason is because a lot of the time in men, they're looking for confidence and competence. Confidence, knowing that they can provide for themselves and look after themselves, and that they're good at things. Narcissists and egotists are very good at pretending, and young people aren't very good at discerning that. But as you get older, people can sniff ego a mile away. And the really confident people, the ones that spent their 20s looking like a bit of an idiot, but they worked on themselves religiously, by the time they get to their mid-20s to their 30s, they are expert, and they make egotists look shallow. So accept that you're going to have to take criticism, you're going to have to put yourself out of your comfort zone, you're going to have to do some things you don't like. That will hurt your ego, but will make your confidence better. Keep working, keep building your confidence, keep delaying gratification, and most importantly, say less and do more, and become silently confident.